What is good, party people? Today is day 20/21. Alright, today's day 20/21. Why did I not post yesterday? It was cold. Yesterday was cold. You know what I'm saying? Yesterday was cold. Stopped a lot of my plans. And also, I messed up because I thought I uploaded day 19. And I did not upload day 19. Right? Okay. Now that that's out the way. Yeah, okay, that's out the way. Yesterday was cool. Yesterday I had a little revelation, you know what I'm saying? Yesterday I was feeling super tired, I was just done, you know what I'm saying? I was just done with everything. I was done with believing. I was done with everything. I was just done, you know what I'm saying? I was tired. Because I'm like, yo, first of all, why do I keep making the same mistake? You know what I'm saying? And I had to take a step back and be like, yo, dude, you're human. You're supposed to make mistakes. You're allowed to make mistakes. Alright, cool. Now that's out the way. You feel me? I got a few stuff off my chest. You feel me? Conversation with a friend and stuff. You know? That guy's always trying to uncover things that I don't want to talk about. But bless him, though. Bless him. So that was the whole thing yesterday. If I was gonna record yesterday, I don't know what I was gonna record about. I don't know what I was gonna record about. But today was cold again. I was supposed to have my driving lesson, but I said nah. You know what I'm saying? I turned it down. You feel me? I was supposed to have it. I was supposed to have my driving lesson, but you know what I'm saying? I was like, nah. I turned it down. You know what I'm saying? And then I just played 2K until I had to run. You know what? I didn't even want to run. But I was like, man, you know what? Let me go run. I kept wrestling. I was like, today's a Wednesday. I said I was gonna run. I even put it down on paper. I put ink on paper that I'm gonna run today. Alright, cool. Then I ran. For me, it was nice, but it was fucking cold. Do you know what I mean? It was cold. So I ran. Excuse me. I ran. I started a new workout. It's like burpees, but I'm not jumping up. I do 10 push-ups. I do 10 jumping squats. You feel me? With a little mountain climber. I mean, I did 100, but goodness me, I can already tell and feel that this is gonna do a manza, But what I did today, I went to church, right? Not any type of church. I went to home cell. Home cell is basically like the people that go to this big church, right? Obviously, you gotta stay tapped in. So in order to stay tapped in, you stay with people that are in your community and you guys fellowship together. So I was in home cell. I haven't been to home cell in like 2 months. Something like that. I haven't been home cell in 2 months. So today was the first time going back, And like a lot of those people are so jolly and they're so jolly that yay! And I'm not really with that, I don't think as an individual I'm like that, Like it depends, you know what I'm saying? It really depends. But in terms of like in the church setting, I like to keep it low key. I like to keep it chill. You know what I'm saying? Hit a little move. Yeah. Do that. I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? But just laugh, chill. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, today was good. I think the biggest thing or the best thing is that what I left for, those were implemented. Like the things that I stood for, right? That were not implemented when I left. Now that I'm back in, they are catching on. They are saying things that I've been saying for a long time, And it was a nice discussion. I didn't say much because it's not my place. You know what I'm saying? It's not my place. It's not my video. You see, here, this is where I do what I do. You feel me? If I want to talk for an hour, if I want to talk for 45 minutes, this is why I do it. I don't do it over there because, they have a schedule. But what they were talking about basically is mindset. They were talking about mindset, right? They were talking about mindset and they were talking about all the things that I think of, all the things that I ponder on, all the things that I talk about in my videos, all the things that I just expand on. You feel me? Me, I always promote love. I'm like, love yourself, love your peoples, dude. You know what I'm saying? And then over there, they talking about love. And I was like, okay, that's okay. Okay, I see y'all. You finally doing the right thing. You finally doing the right thing. You know you know. But I can see myself getting more involved. You know what I'm saying? I can see myself getting more involved, which I don't like. I don't like it. I'm not a fan. I don't like it, you know. Even though it's a good thing, but I just don't, because I don't know how it's gonna end up this time. Because last time I was chilling with y'all 24/7, it just made me a sloth. It made me lethargic. It made me boring. It made me whack, you know. But what I've learned, right? What I've learned is that I'm an individual. I need to keep my roots. There's a reason why I was made this way. Day 5, I was talking about true colors, right? There's a reason why you were made the way you are. So my problem was that because a lot of stuff that they were talking about, they were like, because they were saying, why do believers struggle with unbelief? And they were coming towards they were approaching the question the wrong way. With them, they immediately went to, the atheist billionaires, they don't believe, but they're billionaires. And I'm like, no. But it wasn't my place. It was not my place. What I said is that the reason why believers struggle with unbelief is because they're in a position of wealth, you know. They already got God on their side. So they get lazy and they use God as a crutch type of thing. You know, forget that. I don't want to get into that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to get into that stuff because I even forgot the point that I was making. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to sound like I'm rambling and you know what I'm saying? I don't want to sound like I'm rambling. You know, if there's anything that I took away from today's message, from today's thing, it's the fact that I just gotta do principles. Like, I need principles, you know? Like, they were asking the other members that were there, because I wasn't the only one. There were like 12 people, something like that. There was a few people, a nice size. There was little people, okay? There wasn't that many, right? But they were asking like, what do y'all... They were asking some nice questions. I wish I put them down. I wish I jotted them down. But I wasn't taking it serious. Okay, it's not that I wasn't taking it serious, but like, I didn't want to take it too serious to a point where people are like, yo, this nigga keeps talking. I gotta work on that. But nonetheless, they were asking one question that they asked is what did they ask? They asked, what do you have to lose? Nah? Like, if your dreams are so big, what do you have to lose? You know what I said? I said your sanity. And they're laughing. They're like, no, you need to dream big. But you know what's funny about these niggas? You know what's funny about y'all? Y'all are all this. Y'all are all talk. You know, y'all are all of this. We can do this every week. We can do this all the time. Y'all are all of this. But when it's time to, no, you're not doing it. You know? You're not doing it. Do you understand? And I feel as if what I was saying was right. Because, think about it. In order to go for your dreams, in order to go for what you really want, you're going to lose your sanity. Do you understand that part? You're going to lose your sanity. You will lose your sanity. Sounded quite British there. Lose. You're going to lose your sanity. Why do I say you're going to lose your sanity? Well, because you are going to lose your sanity. Do you understand? Now, what does sanity mean? I'm not sure. But I have an idea of what it means. You understand? Right? But going after your dreams, forget about being delusional. Forget about that nonsense. Forget about delusional. Let's talk about your sanity. Right? If you want to go for your dreams, if you want to be ambitious, if you want to go for that, you have to understand that. You know, and I've just understood this, and I'm so grateful. I'm beyond grateful for the things that I've learned in my struggles, right? But what you're gonna have to understand is that you're not gonna be understood. Do you know what I mean? There are many things when it comes to being ambitious and wanting to achieve your goals that you have to accept, right? There are many things. There are many things that you have to accept, and the earlier you accept them, the better off you will be, right? For me, I'm in the process of accepting these things, right? I'm in the process of accepting the fact that I'm gonna be understood. No, psych, I'm gonna be misunderstood. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be misunderstood. by a lot of people, family, friends, fans, people that I don't know personally, but that know of me. I know that I'm going to be misunderstood. And I'm okay with that, right? As long as what I do is authentic to who I am, and it comes from a place of love. It comes from a place of consideration, and it comes from a place of intention, right? When you want to do what you want to do, right? When you want to do what you want to do, you're going to lose your sanity, right? There are going to be days where you're going to feel like, yo, bro, I think I'm going insane. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be days where you're going insane. There's going to be days where you're feeling on top of the world. There's going to be days where you don't even know if you want either of them. Do you understand? That's going to happen. It's, you know what I'm saying? It's all in the name of achieving my goals. It's all, that's all, that, you know what I'm saying? It's all in the name of that. You understand? So, you're going to lose your sanity. I hope you understand that. Right. If I was there, or if it was a thing of, it was more of a conversation, like we had ample time, you know, like we had a lot of time, then I would have said such and such, right? But you know, yeah, I would have said such and such. But you know, on this journey, which I'm really grateful for, is that I've understood myself in a different way, you know? I've understood myself in a different way, you know? Another thing that I want to talk about from there is, he asked, what do you guys do? Like, do you guys have goals for yourself, you know? Another thing, before I forget, one thing I did not appreciate over there is the fact that all of these people, all of them they were saying these things that are right in theory. In theory, you must do this, you must be this, you gotta be focused, you have to have goals, right? However, right, what they failed to include, right, the minority that they did not include, that they failed to include, was the person who is ambitious, who is driven, right? Who I don't want to say is delusional, but has belief that there'll be something great, right? However, they are tired. They are tired. And I think the thing is, I think most of them, or maybe, let me not assume, right? Let me not assume, but from what they were saying, most of them were coming from a place of being tired is not a thing. Being tired is not a thing. Going after what you want is not, going after what you want and being tired, being exhausted, or being halfway there, or just being in the process of what you want to do, and you hating the fact that you chose it, that it's not a thing, right? There was a lot of things that were not mentioned. All the things that were spoken on were the good things, the things that are nice on the ears. You cannot be a person that does not want good things in life. Because if you don't want good things in life, you know, whatever they were saying, right? They were just, you know, they were just doing all of that. You feel me? They were not accommodating the people that were ambitious and all of these things that they were saying. However, they're tired, right? Because what you have to understand, right? And I know this very well because I'm in that place right now, right? I'm in that place right now. What you gotta understand is that when you want to go for what you want, when you want to be ambitious, when you just want to go against the grain, right? If everybody's going left and you want to go right, you have the urge to go right. Like everything, even the winds are pulling you to go to the right instead of the left. What you're gonna have to understand is that on that journey, you're gonna be tired. Now, depending on your goal and what you want to achieve, depending on the time that you gave yourself. If you say I want to do this in 5 years, 10 years, okay, that's a little different. You know what I'm saying? But if you're the type of person that has been always on top, do you understand? Always on top. Like you always have something coming up after the next thing. That method is tiring. And that's what you have to understand, right? How do I know this? Because I'm that person, you know? Me, I can't. Hold on. I want to go back to a point. You better be catching up. There. So now I'm going to go back to the point where they were saying, what do you do to stay on top every day? How do you set goals for yourself? Just that. Do you set goals for yourself? Right. Some people say, I set goals for myself every month, every year, every this, every that, right? Every week, every 2 months, you know? Alright, cool. They that's them. With me, I'm an everyday type of person, right? Every day is a new day. Every day there's something to do. Every day I have a goal, right? Most days, because I know on Monday it's a 10K, right? Monday you gotta do a 10K. No matter how you did the 10K, it's a 10-kilometer run on your head, and you are going to do it. No ifs, ands, or buts. You're gonna do it, right? And now I've also added YouTube. Every day you're gonna record a YouTube video, and if you do not record today, tomorrow you compensate for today. That's been me, alright? That's been me. Now I've added more things. I've added more things that's gonna make life way more tougher for myself, right? But it's gonna be worth it. Do you understand? It's gonna be worth it. You know, because I still have a lot of time in my day, right? And I'm playing 2K25. That's an old game. What am I doing? You understand? So I'm adding more stuff in my daily life, my daily schedule. But to go back to my point of saying that if you are the type of person, right, that every day is something new, every day you have a goal for yourself, you have to understand you're gonna get tired. And it's okay to be tired. Darling, it's okay to be tired. Brother, it's okay to be tired. It's okay to be tired. It's okay. It's normal. You know why? I'm tired. As of right now, I'm tired. The left side of my head is banging. It's like something's here. You know, like, what's going on? You know? But you're gonna be tired. Because I'm tired. You know, I've been tired. Right? I think as soon as this year started, I was just tired. Because of all the stuff that happened last year. Right? But you gotta understand is that you're gonna be tired. And it's okay to be tired. Right? And now depending on you and what you want, or depending on you and how you move, you might be the person, okay, since I'm tired, let me just take a little chill pill. That's important. It's important to have a chill pill. It's important to be cool. It's important to be chill. It's important to take a break. But what you have to understand is that you still have a goal at the end of the day. Right? And some days, right? Sometimes you gotta not care. You feel me? If your body's telling you, yo, bro, I'm aching, I'm this, you know what you gotta tell your body? And excuse my language, shut the fuck up. Nobody's worried about you. You understand? Nobody's worried about you. If anything is like, yo, let's chill, and you've already chilled, and you can sense that this thing that's telling me to slow down is trying to hinder me from growth, tell it to shut up. Straight. Don't play any games. Don't play with that fire. You feel me? You're gonna get burnt. I'm saying don't play with that fire. You know? You gotta keep going. Alright? You gotta keep going. And I've been tired, right? A few days ago, I was against what I'm saying now. And that's normal. Every day's a new day. Every day has something new. Every day has a new agenda, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Every day, whatever you want to say. Every day is a new day, you know? But it's important that you understand that you're going to be tired. And whilst being tired, you have to go. You have to push. Because if you say, for this week, I'm going to relax. This whole week, I'm not doing nothing. Because you got to understand that whatever you say, you have to stand by it. That's another thing. Whatever you say, you have to stand by it. Because you have to build trust with yourself, you know? If you're ever in a place where you don't trust yourself, you've lost. You're not going to get far, you know? Respectfully. You're not going to get far if you don't trust yourself, you know? If you don't trust yourself, you're not going to get far. To the believers, if you don't trust yourself, right, it's going to mess up how you see God, alright? 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 To whichever higher power that you have, if you do not trust yourself, it's going to mess up how you see God. Because as human beings, I cannot comprehend God. You cannot comprehend God. Nobody can comprehend God. So, what we normally do is that we can see God through what we're familiar with, through what we know, right? Through what we know. And unfortunately, God, our wisdom is foolishness. I ain't said it, he said it. It's in the book, it's in the Bible. You know? Our wisdom is foolishness. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta take that into account, you know? But you need to trust yourself. You have to be a man, a woman, a they them of your word. You have to be. Of your own word, you have to be. If you say to yourself, I am going to make delicious cookies tonight. Tonight you must make those delicious cookies. Tonight you have to. There's no other way. There's no other way. You have to tonight. There's no other way. Because if you don't, that's gonna become a habit. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna start being You don't wanna be You're gonna be let's do it. You gotta be a let's do it type of person. You have to be. And I don't want you to take away. I don't want you to think that me saying that you have to be this, you have to be a person of your word. I don't want you to be small-minded. If you think being ambitious only relates to business and money no, you're small-minded. What's wrong with you? If you think being driven, if you think the only time you need to have drive is in your career, is in money, is in anything that you can bamba, anything that you can hold, no, are you fine? No. That is too small. That is too small of a way to think. There's so much more to life than money and commodities and all of these things. You cannot be so small-minded. You're going to be losing on the beauty of life. You're going to be losing. Do you understand? You're going to be losing. Right? Your drive needs to be everywhere. You need to have the drive to be a better person than who you were yesterday. If you're in a relationship, English, my mouth is getting faster than my mind. If you're in a relationship, right, you have to have the drive to be a better partner. If you have a family, I hope you all have a family. If you have a family, you have to drive to be a better son, daughter, brother. You have to be a better family member. You have to be a better family. You have to have that drive. You cannot be so selfish to have your drive be in money and all of these things. Because not everyone needs money. I know that's crazy, but you got to think about it. Money can't fix everything. Some people don't want your money. Some people want your time. Some people want your words. Some people want your effort. And some people want your touch. And some people want your laugh. You cannot look at these things. There's so much. You see all of these things and you just focus on money. Come on. I beg you focus now. I beg you focus. Your drive has to be in other places as well. Imagine being rich, but you're a dickhead. Imagine. You don't want that to be you. So your drive has to be in other places. Your drive has to be into your health. Whoa. Y'all forgetting that. Your drive has to be in your health. You don't have to be some fitness guru. You don't have to be that. You don't have to be shredded with abs and all this stuff. You have to do what's comfortable with you. If you look in the mirror and you don't like the fact that you have some blemishes on your skin, okay. Identify that and be like, you know what? I want clearer skin. But what's the funny part about saying stuff? There's another part that people miss. When you talk, you have to do. And then, as you do those, boom, they're together. And then now it's a beautiful thing. Do you understand? Your health, number one, your health, for sure. Your health, number one. I don't care what you're working for. You gotta look out for yourself. You gotta work on your health. Your speech, your language, you need to articulate. You see, I'm even working on articulating myself better. You need to articulate yourself better. You need to have the drive to be like, you know what? I don't like the way I talk. I swear too much. I do this, I do that. I want to speak better. I want to be more, what can I say, professional, whatever. You need to work on that, right? There's so much things we can do. And what you gotta understand is that when you put your drive into other things, right? Because I think that's one of the main reasons why most of us don't have fulfillment, right? You have the money, you have the car, you have the house, you got everything you want in this, right? You worked hard for this and you got it now. But you come home and it's cold. You come home, you don't even come home. You go to a house. You enter a house. Nah, you gotta enter a home. How do you make a house a home? Shit, you gotta work on that. Feel me? You gotta find colors that you like. You have to have the drive. You have to have the need, the desire to have better things. And you know what the thing is? I think a lot of us, whenever we say I want life to be better, we just stick it to money. Guys, money, no. Money, he's not that big of a guy. You cannot put money above everything in your life. You can't, bro. You can't just be like, nah, I just want money. Okay, when money comes, now what? You got money, now what? You're still a bum. Your mentality is still weak. You know what I'm saying? You still don't talk to your mom, you don't talk to your dad, you don't look out for your homies, you know? Sometimes your homies don't want money. Sometimes your homies just want to talk to you. Your homies can't reach you, you know? Don't be that person. You get up in the morning, your back is sore, what's going on? But you got money though. I got money though. But you're not living life though. You see, that's not a way to live life. It's not a way to live life. You see, me, personally, I think a lot. For me, I think a lot. And I take note on a lot of things. And there are many things that I want to be better in my life. Right? And I've learned that just saying that I want things better does not change anything. Nothing changes if nothing changes. You know what I'm saying? Nothing changes if nothing changes. You mean? The more, you see, when I first said that phrase or that sentence or whatever, it never made sense to me. But the more I stuck out, the more I did things, the more I wanted. I was like, yo, nothing changes if nothing changes. You understand? Like, nothing changes if nothing changes. You know? It's gonna make sense to you one day. But yeah, like, with me, I've always wanted, like, things better. Like, I've always wanted a better relationship with, like, my parents and my family and things like that, you know? And what I understood is that, yo, like, I mean, this happened recently, but because I was just thinking like, yo, even though my parents or many people, they still are the same way, right? Just because they are the way they are, it shouldn't diminish my input. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't diminish my input. You know? I don't mean to put my mom on blast, but, you know, my mom, she has a tendency to come home with a little attitude, right? And I've discovered that the reason why she comes home a little mad is because sometimes there's dishes in the sink. You know what I mean? And after years of fighting, right, I'll be like, yo, why you coming home like this? I forgot that she said, yo, I don't like the dishes in the sink when I come home. I want to come home to a clean home, you know? It's unfortunate, but it happened, you know? I never saw that angle. All I saw was mom comes home, mom angry, mom ruin household. That's all I saw, right? But then, once you just take a chill pill, right? And you think, you're like, hold on. I remember her saying she doesn't like dishes in the sink. Then tomorrow I'm gonna make sure there's no dishes in the sink. You pull up to the crib, okay, mom pulls up to the crib, there's no dishes in the sink, she's happy. Bingo. You know, bingo. Hello. No dishes. Happy. What do you want? You want mom happy? Yes. So, if mom wants to be happy, no dishes in sink. You know, you have to do these type of things. You know. And I think also okay. Let me think about this, right? So, you have that part, right? Take note of what people, I think for family, take note of, matter of fact, even for your partner, for your friends, just take notes of what people like and what people dislike. Please just take notes. Because if your friend is feeling good, you finna feel good. And if you feel good, your friend's gonna feel good. It's gonna be like this. Remember, what you reap is what you sow, right? If you go out in the world and you're just sowing good energy, you wake up, good morning. Hey man, you killing them with that fit. If you are that type of person, good things will come to you. You saying. You gotta understand that part. Good things will come to you. You feel me? If you throw good out, good will come back in due time, right? And I think for you as an individual, if let's say you're in a situation where everything else is good, but with you some don't feel right, you know, I think you should take note of what certain things bring out of you, right? If you hear a song and you're like, oh fuck, I don't like that, take note of that, you know. If there are things that make you so happy that you geeked out, you can't control yourself, take note of that, you know. It's important to take note of yourself, you feel me? Your pros and your cons, and just look at the pros, you know. I think pros good, man. We'll just say that pros good, you know. But yeah, you know, be better. You know, be better every day. Be better every day. Just try. Just try. You know what I'm saying? Just try, you know. That's what I've been doing, and it's been working, you know. Yes, there are days when I don't feel the best. There are days when I don't do the best. There are days when I miss the mark by a landslide. Where I missed the mark by 14 hours. There are days when I miss the mark. So many days. This week there's been 2 days. And this week there's been 3 days in this week, so you can understand. But you know, I've missed the mark. What you gotta understand is that you have to get up and go again. Get up and go again. You just have to be. Sometimes you just have to think practically. Just think of life as riding a bike. You know what I'm saying? Riding a bike. There's gonna be speed bumps. There's gonna be hills. There's gonna be all of these type of things, right? And for all of those things, you need to approach them differently. The speed bump, slow down, chill, so you can go over smoothly. Going down a hill, slow down, because if you don't, you're gonna lose control. Get thrown off the bike. But now, what's important is that whenever you get thrown off the bike, no matter what happens to you, you have to get up, right? Maybe you get thrown off the bike, you're like, yo, shit, that was sore. And you gotta take a moment, just be like, whew. You know, you just, damn it, you know. But you have to dust yourself off, go again, you know, because it's your life at the end of the day. You're in charge of your life. You know what I'm saying? You're in charge of your life. And yes, believers, God is in control of our lives, right? God is in control of our lives. However, we have to understand, He said it Himself, what you sow is what you reap. Ask, and it shall be given to you. Do you understand that part, right? For the believers, live by His principles, because it says in the word, like, yo, God only sees the people that lives by His principles. You feel me? Right. So do that. So yeah, that's today's video. So I hope y'all enjoyed, right? I hope I might promote this one, you know. The day is coming close. Day 30 is arriving. Right? And I said day 30, I'm going to start promoting my videos. You know, so day 30 is coming up, you know. But yeah, for today, I want you to know that mistakes are going to happen. Mistakes will happen. You will do some dumb shit. A lot of dumb shit. Oh my goodness. You're going to be mad at yourself. You're going to love yourself. You're going to hate yourself. You know. There'll be ups, there'll be downs, there'll be ring-a-roll. Everything, you know. But through all of that, what you have to do is you have to get up and get back on your bike. You have no choice. You have no choice. And if you're in a place where you were once on your bike, but you got off your bike because it just took too much of a toll on you, and you don't want to reach that place anymore, you don't feel like going on the road anymore, you feel me? And you put your bike to the side. I want you to understand. You can always go back on that bike. It doesn't have to be tomorrow. It doesn't have to be in 5 years. And it can be today. All you got to do is just walk. Switch it. Leg over the other. Bum on the seat. Roll. get to moving. I want you to understand how important every day is. I want you to understand how important every day is. Every day is another opportunity to be better than who you were yesterday, right? Right? And for me, every day, I'm always hearing that life is short. I'm always hearing that life is short every day, you know? And that takes a toll on you. That makes you think like, yo, life is really short. And then you period with nothing is guaranteed. When you really think about it, nothing is guaranteed. You might feel as if, yo, I deserve this, but nothing is guaranteed, right? So it's important to do good, to lead with good, to lead with love. If you want to be loved, lead with love. You have to. There's no other. You have to lead with love. And you have to do it every day. Every day is another opportunity to be a better person. Every day is another opportunity to make it a good day. Not every day is a bad day, right? I've had bad days. But when I look back, I'm like, yo, this sequence of from 11 to 1 o'clock, it wasn't nice. But for the rest of the day, siyavaya, it's nah, we are rocking. You know? Please, I beg you, do that. Do that for yourself. Do that for yourself, you know? And always try to just disperse your love. Remember what I said, you gotta ooze with love. The energy just has to be love and goodness, kindness, all of these good shit. That's gotta be you. You feel me? That's gotta be you. That has to be in your CV, you know? So yes, please, do good. Every day is a new opportunity to be better. Every day is a new opportunity. And at the end of every day, be thankful. Be thankful. Be thankful, right? And sleep well. Every day be thankful. Every day be thankful. 200 people in Colombia died. Matter of fact, over 200 people in Colombia died. There was an earthquake. Do you think those people knew that they were gonna be taken away from an earthquake? Do you think that they knew? They didn't know. They didn't know. But I'm sure there was some few in there that were like, yo, they were thankful for that day and they slept well. Rest in peace to all of those lost souls in Colombia. Matter of fact, all of the lost souls around the world. You know, from the wars all over, in Congo, Sudan, Gaza, the world is a mess, man. You know, the world is a mess, you know. It really is, you know. But thankfully, to us that are not in such dire situations, we have leverage. Every day we can make a good day. We can make every day a good day. And I want you to make every day a good day. I want you to be thankful for every day that you have. You see the air that you take for granted, the thing that you just walk through. Take the time. Get high on the earth, nigga. Like, don't get high on the Zion. Forget that. Get high on good things. Like, walk through and whoa. You know, you forget that you can do that. You know? So please be thankful for every day. Choose to be better every day. Choose to lead with love every day. And choose to love yourself. No matter what's going on, choose to love yourself. Because you don't know if you were in someone else's shoes how things would be. You just gotta be grateful no matter what. You just gotta be grateful. If your shorty left you, you just gotta be grateful that you have the opportunity to meet a better mommy. You know what I'm saying? So with that is day 20/21. As always, stay safe out there. Lead with love. Be thankful for every day. Take some time to think about the fallen soldiers, the lost souls in the world, and be thankful for where you are. And as always, I'm not promoting this until day 30. Yeah. So,
markings on your surface.
what? I'm not promoting this. If you see it, you see it. Don't say!
Flood crystals hang from your ears. I couldn't get can't relate to my peers. I'd rather live outside. I'd rather chip my pride than lose my mind out here. Maybe I'm a fool. And maybe I should move and settle. 2 kids in a swimming pool. I'm not brave. I'm not brave. I'm living over city and taking in the homeless sometimes. I've been living in an idea from another man's mind.